There is a meme, as the sort of kids would say, which is how it started and how it's going. Now, this can often be used to, more often than not, talk about how it started off awesome and then it turned into a bin fire. Sometimes it's inspirational, like so much on the internet. Here I was, a kid playing soccer, and then one day I won the World Cup. But let's stick to the metaphor of it started okay, and then it's not really going that amazing once you actually think about it. And dare I say, you can apply that to the current federal government. Now, yes, I know it's heresy to speak ill of the Albo. And I know that he's on a holiday after a grueling 11 weeks of no scrutiny. But still, let's have a look at this how it started versus how it's going methodology here. Let's first start with aged care. Now, remember how it started was there will be 24/7 nurses in every nursing home. But how's it going? Well, they announced today, not nurses in every nursing home. No, those have to wait until the end of 2024. No, today they announced there's going to be a star rating system for your aged care provider. So now the same system that we use to rate energy efficiency of fridges, we will use to decide whether it is the right place for you to put someone that you love. How it started, how it's going. What about in China? Now, of course, how it started when it comes to China is that there was a giant flashpoint. Australia was being treated like a naughty school girl or boy because, or intersex or pansexual or whatever you want, I understand. But this was all because, you see, naughty Australia, evil Australia under the Conservative rule, wanted to stand up to China when not only would it just invent islands, call them their own, and then say the water in between those islands they own as well. It also, of course, extended when it comes to the pandemic. We all know that scenario where something clearly got out of hand in China. Remember, they locked off their domestic flights while the international ones were going. But if you dare say that, they will put tariffs on everything that moves. So, what was the promise of a brand new government? Well, the promise was to reset the relationship. But how's it actually going? China is still a bully and in fact suggests that even when we call them out for some of their behaviour in and around Taiwan, guess what? We are apparently closer to military conflict than we've ever been, which means there's no difference in the reset of the relationship. What about working and wages? Well, let's have a look there again, how it started versus how it's going. Now, of course, as people were working everywhere, government is always a little bit hardier than it seems, isn't it, Labor people? Remember, the promise was that it would be pay rises for all. Australia needed a pay rise. How many times did you hear that during the election? How's it actually going? Well, we learned today that if you take your pay packet, it is basically now worth as much as it was in 2008. Inflation, which is at its 32-year high, means for every dollar you earn, you need more than $1 to pay for what you used to be able to pay for last year, the year before, 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 till you get back to 2008. See how it started versus how it's going.